Live polling can be used to check comprehension, enhance engagement, and facilitate active learning during class. Live polling requires no clickers or software license fees. It can be utilized from a student's smartphone or laptop to engage in poll questions asked by the instructor. Polling provides real-time results that can be released by instructors, as well as the ability to grade polls for correct answers and participation. To add a poll, begin by accessing live polling from within Assessment and clicking the Add Poll icon. If you do not see live polling as an option, make sure the tool has been turned on in your control panel. Click the green plus sign icon to add a new poll. The General tab will open automatically. This is where you will give the poll a title and define the number of seconds allowed per question. Note, you should prompt your students to be logged into SOL during class to minimize the need to log in at the time of polling. The suggested minimum polling question time limit for larger class sizes is 1 minute. You can limit access to the internal network, where students only within the HSC WVU network will be able to take the poll, therefore excluding any users outside of this network. You can define poll details if you prefer, such as defining the poll's description, categories and tags, location, and specifying calendar settings. Under the Availability tab is where you can set a specific date and time that the poll should be released. If the poll needs to be hidden from student view, after a period of time, you may set an expiration date. You may set optional access control settings if you would like to restrict access to specific users. Course learning objectives can be linked to your poll as well. Move to the Gradebook tab if you would like to link to the gradebook. Choose to create a new gradebook assignment or choose to attach to an existing gradebook assignment. Note, linking to the gradebook is required in order to edit points on the poll questions. You do not have to use the poll in calculations if you do not want it to affect the course grade. The poll will automatically be used in calculations unless you uncheck the Use in Calculations box. Poll grades can be used as extra credit by selecting the Extra Credit box. Awarding partial credit for incorrect answers can also be done by using the drop-down menu provided. The Advanced Settings tab can be used to define student reporting levels. This is the information the user will be allowed to view via the View Results button, immediately after answering polling questions or when reviewing closed polls. When you are done making preferences, click Add Poll. To edit, delete, or review information such as access reports, activity log, and content details, use the Content Action icons at the top right of the screen. Please note that deleting a poll will delete the entire poll, including all questions within the poll and any submitted responses. Once a poll has been created, the Add Questions button can be used to create new questions for the poll. There are 2 question types available, multiple choice and true-false. We will run through both. First, add the question. Next, edit the answers using the 4 default answer options. You can add more answer options by clicking Add Another Answer. The answers are set to display in the order above by default, but you can change to random if you prefer. Note, you do not have to select a correct answer if your question is based on opinion, although you will see that all question answer options are set to be incorrect. You can select one correct answer by clicking the red incorrect icon next to the answer if you choose, turning the icon green. Then save or save and add another question by selecting the green boxes at the bottom right corner. For true-false answers, there are only 2 answer options, true and false, but custom text can be entered to edit the 2 answer choices. Once questions have been added, click the Return to Poll button, and new options become available for managing the poll. From here, you can manage poll questions by adding or editing existing questions and/or points. You can also create an exact copy of an existing poll and all its questions. When you are done editing and ready to publish the poll, select the green Release Poll button at the top of the page. Just remember that once the poll is released, you can no longer edit the questions. Once a poll has been released, click the Ask Questions button to begin live polling. This will display all questions in the poll, the total number of questions, the number of asked and unasked questions, and the number of ended questions. Clicking the Ask Question icon below a question makes it available to users. Users for the course must be logged into SOL to begin answering. If they are in the course and viewing the poll, they can answer directly from that page. Students who are logged into SOL but are not viewing the poll will be alerted via a pop-up message on their device. They can quickly click the pop-up message and go directly to the poll and respond to the question. When asking a question, answer options are listed on the page and will update automatically to display incoming answers. Click the End Question icon to stop asking the question. If a timer has been set for the question, it will count down below the answer options and will end the question automatically once the time limit has passed. After a question has been asked, the options to ask again, reset question, and view results will be available. If Ask Again is selected, it will allow for all students who have not yet answered the question to do so. This will not affect current student responses. Resetting the question deletes all current student responses to the question. View Results opens the answer option and selections by the students for review. Clicking Return to Poll returns to the poll details page. Computers located in HSC classrooms have Internet Explorer as the default browser. When releasing a question from a PowerPoint presentation, you will be prompted to sign into SOL through Internet Explorer, if you are not already logged into SOL with this browser. To avoid this issue, log into SOL using Internet Explorer at the start of the class. You can copy polling question links to a PowerPoint presentation by selecting the View Questions button from the Poll Details page. A Share Question link is available for each question. Clicking the clipboard icon will copy the hyperlink. This hyperlink can be pasted to lecture content so that the poll is easily accessible during live lecturing. Note, press Enter after pasting the link to be sure it is active in the PowerPoint. Clicking an active hyperlink from your presentation will automatically open the poll in SOL and ask the question for students to begin answering. If you are not already logged into SOL, you will be prompted to do so. Again, be sure to prompt your students to be logged into SOL during class to minimize the need to log in at the time of polling. If you move back to Poll Details page, you will also see a button for poll reports. Here you will find poll statistics, which includes student participation, the number of questions within a poll, and points available within a poll. The scoring information section provides details such as high and low scores, as well as the average of all polls taken. There are also options available to view in-depth statistics for questions and students.